Okay. I don't know why I'm on like the Super Nintendo games. Because this is not a Super Nintendo game. This is a Game Boy game. So I don't. But when I turned on my Switch, I don't remember what I was doing last. Why am I on the. Like, why am I here? How did I get here? I legit actually don't remember. Was I gonna like play. Was I gonna stream a Super Nintendo game and then decided not to? I don't. Genuinely don't remember how I got here, but okay. Was I just like doing something on DKC2? Was I like checking something real quick? Maybe. Let's see. Get back to the home menu is ZR. Alright. This is what I want. It does that when you're playing with the Super Nintendo controller. The same as if you play the N64 one with the N64 controller, it makes like the like penguin walking sound from SM64, like I don't know, I can't really like imitate it with my voice, but oh, there it is. And there's a Donkey Kong Land 3 waiting for me, which we'll get to at this rate in like another. Well, it won't take as long because I don't think there's as much like extra materials to go through with DKC3, so the whole chapter on DKC3 isn't going to be as long. Like, you know, these first two with Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land and Donkey Kong Country 2 and Donkey Kong Land 2 have been long chapters because there's been so much like extra material to go through, the novelizations, the comics and stuff. Donkey Kong Country 3 doesn't really have a lot of that. It has, you know, we'll look at Nintendo Power stuff, but yeah, just a minute, Victor. I'm reading Victor's message. What do you... Okay. He thinks my camera should be lower a bit so there's not so much, like, empty space. I want people to see my Sly Cooper poster, though. You gotta see the Among Us. No, it's cool. We'll, so there's less empty space up there. Not pointing lower? You said... Oh, not... So the camera itself is lower. That's what you want? Okay, my camera guy. Hold on. Yeah. I don't want to, like... There. How's that? That's pretty good. What, you think that's good? I'm gonna wait for Victor's, approval. Okay, alright, good. Yes, that is the signed Among Us, perfectly preserved for safety. And you can't really see it very well, but the other things in the case are also all, it's the two, like, random Among-I that I got, like the keychain and the other little blind box one. And then a rainbow, like, Among Us, like, pop-it fidget toy that I got at, like, a garage sale. Alright. I am going to make sure that this layout is still good for this, and then we'll play this game. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Dude, what if this... By the way, we're halfway through this game. Let's go. What if this file also just got erased the way that, like, my actual cartridge did? If that happened, I would just move on. I'm saying we understand Donkey Kong Land 2. We get what it's about. We're just gonna move on to the next thing. I don't think I'd have it in me to, like, start this over again. Alright. I'm going to... put my chat over here. So yeah, it's been a little bit. So for those catching up on YouTube, I guess, all two people who, like, watch the reruns of this on YouTube instead of just watching me live on Twitch, it's been a while since my last stream of this because well, first of all, I was, like, celebrating my streamer anniversary, so I was doing a little bit of different stuff for a while, and then I had a surgery and I didn't want to, like... You know, like, while I was recovering, I wanted to not play this game. I wanted to enjoy myself and not play Donkey Kong Land 2. Even though, like, my health and energy levels were back to normal pretty quickly. And part of it is that for a while I didn't want to be on camera. Just because I have this, like... Well, you know, I could be wearing it... It's like my hair is completely covering it up anyway. It doesn't matter, but... I do have this, like, big old scar here that's still healing, so... We're gonna see K-Rool, but, you know, if it had reset my progress, we would not be seeing... It's okay. If you want to see Kaptain K. Rool, you can just look at my Switch icon that you saw earlier when I was selecting this game. There he was. But no, we're gonna see him. We're gonna see him. Also, thank you. Okay, hold on. Before I swap off my preview, I'm gonna... If I stay right here, I should be at a... I'm gonna try to make sure I don't get, like, weird about where I am on camera again. So I'm gonna try to remember to stay, like, right here. Yeah, I was reading my surgery recovery notes, and it was like, don't lift things over 10 pounds, don't move your arm above your head, and don't play Donkey Kong Land 2, please. That was, like, underlined and highlighted. Victor says, can I lower the camera a bit more? Okay. That's about as low as I'm gonna make it without, like, being worried that it's gonna, like, fall or something. I was lowering it! Victor thinks I'm just pointing it down. I am moving the handle thing. I'm not, like, moving the camera itself. I'm moving the handle thing. I don't know what else to do. I think it's fine. I think it's fine the way it is. You know what? You know what? I actually liked it better the way it was a second ago. I thought it was great. I thought it was perfect. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right here. You know, Andre, when you said that, I did briefly show it on the Pokemon Stadium stream for those that were there a few days ago. I did take a picture of it, so I have that. But when you said that, it made me think of, like, making, like, a plaster cast of it or something. You know, like people do with, like, their pets' paw prints or something. Just, like, sticking some, like, plaster in there and just making, like, a mold or something. I don't think that would be good for the recovery progress. I don't think that would be, like, healthy. You know, Dustin, it's probably a better choice, but not by much. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I left off, I had done, like, everything, I had found all the bonuses and stuff, and I left off, like, basically right before King Zing, which is a really terrible thing to throw myself back into, not having played this game for a few weeks, is to throw myself right into this particular boss battle, but, you know, that's what Oh, I didn't find the, DK coin in Horned Hole, so that's one thing I need to do. You know what, there's actually quite a few things here that I still need to do, so maybe we should do those first. Oh geez, there's a lot in Ramby Rumble that I didn't do, alright, like everything. Okay, you know what, we won't jump right back into the King Zing, we'll do some other things first. Wait, I don't even know. Hold on. That was Victor. Victor's deleting Professor Chop's mentions. That's the one off topic that we're not allowed to go, I guess. Alright. Let's find the coin in here. It's gonna take me like an hour just to do this. Yeah, the funky head icon we were talking about before, that funky and wrinkly are easy to get mixed up. They kind of look the same, and it's actually kind of easier to tell on this color palette versus the, like, Super Game Boy one that we were using originally. Somehow that one made it, like, even more confusing. Okay. So I have all the bonuses here, I just don't have the Cranky Kong's Hero Token TM. This has to be a bonus. Hey Malik, what's up? Oops. Okay. So, anyway, here's my Star Fox take. Why can't I get in the barrel? That's my Star Fox take. Hope you enjoyed. What? Hello? Is this, like, supposed to be possible? Am I supposed to come? I know I must have done this before. That's gotta be a bonus. I don't know how to get in there. You have to fall from above or something. Forget it. Anyway. Oh, no, you have to, I did this. You have to, Anyway. My Star Fox take is simply that I like the new designs. I like them, you know, at first. I will say when they said in the presentation, first of all, they said this is gonna be a remake of Star Fox 64, and I laughed because that's the exact thing that most hardcore fans did not want, you know? But then when they said we have, like, completely redesigned all the characters, my heart sunk immediately like a stone, because I was like, this is gonna be either really cool or like really bad. Like, why? What does that mean? That the redesigns are so strong that they have to like warn us in advance before like showing it on screen, you know? They had to give us like a few seconds preparation. But you know, once I got used to what I was seeing with my eyes, I like it. I don't know. I think it's cool to kind of imagine like, you know, this sounds like so like bad. It sounds like so like Nintendo hired this man. Like I got the like realistic is better brainworms, which I really don't in most cases, but I think it's cool to kind of imagine like if they were like real, this is what they would look like. I exited the level. I'm trying to remember how to use the stupid squitter webs and I freaking left the level. Oh my goodness, this game. Yeah, and even like the fact that they're remaking Star Fox 64 again, when you think about it, like, yes, they've done this a lot, and like, yes, everyone says they're remaking Star Fox 64 all the time, but that's just because that's the one that most people have played, but in reality, Star Fox 64 is in itself kind of a remake of a Super Nintendo game, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never played more than like 10 minutes of the Super Nintendo game because it gives me a headache, but when you think about it, like, the 3DS remake wasn't exactly cutting edge even at the time because it was a 3DS game. I'm not even gonna get, well, maybe Squitter is how I get the coins, so maybe I have to get them, but I swear to God, using Squitter is atrocious in this game. It's, yeah, okay, so it's like, but God forbid you press start select because you will leave the level, but, it is, Y, and then it is select. It is select to make the webs turn into platforms. It is the most awkward feeling thing in the world. If Squitter was only in this game and not in DKC2, everyone would hate him. Like, this would be the least popular animal buddy of all time. This mechanic is just so unwieldy. Good night, Polly. I will say, I kind of rolled my eyes at the barrel roll reference in the Mario movie, but I was, like, not really surprised about it. But then when they did it, like, a second time, I was like, okay. Alright. You're allowed to do that once, but... And, Fox's, random, like, frog racism comment that he had against Slippy in the Mario Galaxy movie, I was like, that's uncalled for, Fox. What the hell? What's up with that? I mean, I would think that frogs would actually make really, like, good engineers. I don't know. He's like, that's what I get for making a frog my engineer. It's like, well, frogs actually, like, I don't know, they know about living in, like, water and land, so maybe they have, like, a good perspective on things, you know? Okay, I'm going up here, because I think I just took a shortcut or something. I don't think that, like, this is just where I'm supposed to go. Okay. I'm never gonna find this coin. How am I supposed to... How are you supposed to find anything in this game? Somehow I just happen and do it. Yeah, this is the end of the level, alright. That thing is gone. Yeah, I just have to, like, vertically explore this level, I guess. I'm sure that you need Squitter to get this thing wherever it is. My thumb is, like, jumping back and forth between the D-pad and the select button. And this is a very... Okay, well, I am not getting that because I am not changing what I'm doing here. Look at how far, look at how fucking long this level is. I'm just going, dude. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop here. Like this, there we go. There's the end of it. I don't know, I was thinking this level was doing the, like, Pac-Man thing where you just go off one side and you come out the other, like, forever, infinite loop. Anyway, what I was saying is, the 3DS Star Fox isn't exactly very cutting edge, because it's not really accessible anymore either, because, you know, 3DS games... I got it! There it was. Alright, moving on. It turns out you need to talk about Star Fox to make the mind-numbing boredom of looking for stuff in this game, you know, palatable. Yeah, I don't know why. It's because, you know, back in the, like, N64 era, there were only so many gamer memes that existed on the internet. You know, like, one of them was that Navi from Ocarina of Time was annoying, even though she's really not that bad. And especially when you consider, like, how like, chatty and tutorializing a lot of, like, video games have gotten in the years since. It's very, very, like, quaint to look back at people being super annoyed about Navi. But that was, like, one of the memes, and Do a Barrel Roll was another meme. There were, like, 5 gamer memes that existed, so, you know. I don't know why it was like that, but it was. Well. Cool. Cool, I love this iteration of Bramble Blast. It's so awesome. I love how you literally can't see anything on the screen except the one barrel that you're in. Hi, Giga. Oh, yeah, I don't remember if that train guy... I feel like that train guy was in the trailer for a brief moment, but I don't remember if they gave him the same accent or not. I hope they did. And I know this game is just releasing, like, next month, but I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking it's gonna come out, like, next year or something, and then it's like, oh, then I'll decide if I want to buy it or not, but then it's like, wait a second, no. And honestly, I probably won't get it, but nothing against the game, really. Just more that I have, like, a million things that I already need to get to that just keep adding up. I'm still playing Pokopia every single day, you know? I put it, like, at least an hour into Pokopia every single day of my life since that game came out. At least an hour a day, and most days quite a bit more than that, honestly. It's like what I've been doing with my life recently. I haven't even, like, made anything cool. I just, like, hang out with frickin' Charmander. Alright. Tell Charmander to make some bricks for me. Ah! I gotta save. I forgot that I need to save in this game. Let's go save. Do I have enough coins? Probably not. I do. Alright. Yay! I made no visible progress, but I got 1 coin, so I know I'm trying to do this with no assistance, but I feel like I might have to look up where stuff is in Bramble Blast, because it is actually miserable. Like, trying... Like, I don't have to explain it, do I? This is a level where you have no actual freedom of movement. There's, like, 1 barrel per screen that you can see, and you can't even really see where you're shooting yourself to. You have no idea where the coins are, because... In fact, in a lot of cases, you don't know, like, which directions are safe to shoot at all, and the only hint you have as to which direction you're supposed to shoot in is, like, there's gonna be, like, a banana or something, or a zinger, which is like, oh, the enemy is this way, so that must be the direction I have to go. And if you choose wrong, you hit the brambles. But I feel like I have to choose wrong a lot of the time, because one of those wrong directions is gonna be where the coin is, or the bonus is, or whatever. But I don't know. like, it's infuriating to think of, like, trying to find things in this level. I don't know. We'll save it for later. We'll maybe do that last in the whole thing. I don't know. It's just atrocious. We're gonna go to Ramby Rumble. Yeah, I personally like, the new cat. I don't know, that's just, like, the kind of character that's more appealing to me, is just, like, a, like a feral-looking cat. I don't know. It's definitely a very different take, but... Hi, Beepo, welcome back. Ah! I am washed. I haven't played this for too long. Whoa! Oh god, there's so many zingers here. Yeah, that's fair. I guess it's like a lot to not only radically redesign her, but then also throw her into the realistic art style at the same time. It's like the double whammy, you know? It's like a completely different character, for sure. I'm sure people have said this, and they might have said it in this very chat, because I haven't been able to read everything, but like... God, I'm so curious to like, know what Crystal would look like in this art style. Like, are we ever gonna get that? Okay, what? I don't know which direction I'm supposed to be going in this level. It is like the original Ramby Rumble. It's like you go up, then you go down, and then, you know... I don't think we went up here. Okay. I don't know if we did this. I'm gonna guess we didn't. Oh, okay. Got him. I don't need to use this cannonball. I guess it makes things a little safer because of the honey, but... Well, goodbye. Yeah, well, I don't have the choice anymore. Had to leave my ball behind. Oh, now that I got it. Oh my god, they're making me work! I got this one already! Fuck! I did do this one! Yeah, Mikachu, it actually plays okay, too. Like, I don't know, it controls pretty nicely, all things considered. My main problems with it are like, oh my god, the camera, like, following you wildly all over the place. Maybe it's, like, less dizzying if you were playing this on an actual Game Boy instead of playing it on like a larger screen. The wide sweeps that the camera make kind of are like nauseating sometimes. Well, there's a barrel right down here, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna assume there is nothing up that way. But the main issue is trying to find the bonuses, because the levels are so goddamn big! And I feel like, there's just so much empty space in these levels that, like, a bonus could be hiding in, and you can't really see a lot of things, like, I don't know, in a Donkey Kong Country 2 or 3. Donkey Kong Country, the original, had some also, like, whack-ass bonuses that you had no idea they would be there, like, there was nothing hinting at them. But in the second and the third Country games, like, they did a lot better with, like, hinting that something would be there, or you could see it on screen if you, like, explored thoroughly and stuff like that, but, I don't know, in this game I feel like there's just not the screen real estate to, like, hint at you effectively. It's just most of the time, like, they had empty space in the level, so they, like, stuck a bonus there. That's what it feels like. Like, if you have some, like, insane mental map of the level, like, oh yes, I've explored every nook and cranny, except for, like, there's this space up over here that I haven't been to, that's probably where the bonus is, but I don't have that kind of, like, mental imaging, you know? Yeah, Star Fox Adventures has really good music. Like, I used to have that back in high school. I had this like teeny little MP3 player that couldn't hold very many songs, but I had quite a few of the songs from that game on it. The funniest thing is that people were complaining about like all the new Star Fox designs, and I saw some people complaining that Pigma looked super ugly, and it was like, yeah, I think that's the point for him in particular, you know. Pigma is not supposed to be like, I mean, yes, people are obviously going to be attracted to like every character out there, but Pigma's not supposed to be attractive, you know. No, Pigma looks really good in the style, I think, for sure. Even though if he is the one that made me realize that the art style reminded me of Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is never coming out. Because that series also has a pig character who's a main character, and his name is, I forget what the pig from Beyond Good and Evil's name is, sorry. I just know that the main character's name is Jade, but her real name is Shauna. This is the same bonus that I did. I think I've gone backwards. What is the pig's name? Paige, there we go, it's in the emote. That's right. I played that game. It was actually a very, very early stream game for me, so it's been like 10 years. It's a good game, though. The first Beyond Good and Evil, it's really good. It's beyond good. I think I'm going backwards. I don't actually know where I'm supposed to be going here. No, I think I'm supposed to go down here. I don't know. I haven't actually found anything new in this level, by the way. I found a bonus that I had already found. Yeah, because we came down from up there. And so we're supposed to be going down this direction, I think. What game was I playing, like, recently that reminded me of Beyond? Oh, it was Sphinx. It was Sphinx because the, like, random, like, creature collection mechanic in that game made me think of the, like, photo-taking aspect of Beyond Good and Evil. Where you're supposed to, like, take a picture of all the creatures in the game. No, this is the bonus again! How do I keep getting back here? How do I keep getting back here? Alright. How's everybody been in the past? I know I've streamed in the past week, but, like, not much, so... How's everybody been lately? Okay, so here's this, and then we're gonna try to keep going down. Am I supposed to go down? Is this the beginning of the level? I think this is the beginning of the level, so maybe I am supposed to go up here. I mean, up at the beginning. Like, how... You know, after the midway point, I should say. This is the beginning of the level, so I am supposed to go. I don't understand how I, like, got down there in the first place. I feel like I got ahead of the game or something and then, like, thought I was supposed to go backwards. But I wasn't, actually. I am going on a trip myself in a, like, week and a half, so I really would like to beat this game by then. But we'll see. I don't know if there's actually going to be a worse experience in the whole chronology than this game for me, because the real problem with this is that I'm forcing myself to 100% it, otherwise it wouldn't be bad. And with some of the games out there that might potentially be more of a problem if I was 100%ing them, I'm just not... Like, I'm not gonna 100% Diddy Kong Racing, because I know that I'm bad at racing games, and I can, like, I've never even beaten that game to begin with, so just beating it is going to be an accomplishment for me. So I'm not going to force myself to 100% it. I don't know why I'm doing it with this game, frankly. I really don't. But I just thought, you know, as a fan of Donkey Kong Country 2, I should at least once full complete its little sibling on the old Game Boy. At least once in my life. But, you know, maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't need to. No. Nephora! That is huge. Definitely, like, if you have any way to get in contact with me outside of here, let me know when you've done that, because, I am considering buying that myself if there was no, like, other alternative, because I thought I would be able to find a copy of it online, but I could not. And there was, like, this huge collection there's, like, this Internet Archive collection of a bunch of, like, novelizations and guidebooks and stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be in here for sure, because it had others from the same, like, publisher. And it was not in that collection, so I was like, well. That's awesome, thank you. I am going, like, when I'm stuck here at the top of the honey, that's, like, such an awkward position to be in. I had to, like, scooch back down to avoid that zinger. I'm so thirsty. I had Victor grills tonight. He made some burgers, and I had onions on mine. Whenever I have raw onions, it always makes me, like, super thirsty for, like, the entire rest of the night. Hi, Omi. Yeah, well, you know, I wish you could be here for me playing a better game than this one, but, you know, someday. That guy just fell the fuck down, and I'm near the bonus again. I don't want to be here. When I see that one flitter, I know where I am, and I don't want to be there anymore. I'm gonna... I can't... This level is a maze. This is, like... I don't know where I am. Everything looks the same. My favorite type of cheese is brie. You know, like Kazooie. It's spelled differently. But, it's, you know, that's not the type of cheese you put on a burger. That's, like, you eat it with crackers or whatever type of cheese, but it's really good. When it comes to, like, a regular old, like, slice of, you know, cheese that you get at, like, a deli, you know, the sandwich cheese, it's probably Colby Jack. I really like Colby Jack. This feels like this is the beginning of the level again, but it's not. It just looked exactly like the beginning of the level. Okay, I'm Ramby now. The rumble has truly begun. We're ready to rumble. But, did I need to do, like, why is there honey here? Is there a way to get over here, ask the Kongs, and am I supposed to climb? Like, why is there honey there? What's going on? Hold on. It's not a surprise, Ramby, because the level's called Ramby Rumble, but honestly, at this point, you'd be forgiven for forgetting that it was called that. I've been playing this game for like 30 minutes, and I've only, my one progress is that I found literally one coin in one level. Right, and there's nothing that actually chases you in this level, I guess. It's just you are Ramby in a beehive. It's much less exciting. Oh! Still not as much of a... What? 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 Oh, I missed... No, I didn't miss one. What the hell was that? Like, you can't see where the stars are. It's just like jumps of blind faith, the level. Anyway, this Ramby Rumble still isn't as much of a change as Glimmer's Galleon, which does not contain Glimmer, but instead barrels. Oh, a life! That's actually, like, massive. Where the frick is the coin? It's probably, like, up there. It's probably, like, up in a little nookie up there. Yeah, there's, like, a clamp on up there. I bet it's, like, in there. And I'm gonna have to, like, die because there's no way back. Yerp. I'm gonna have to... Frick. Good thing I have so many lives now. I'm gonna have to... There's really no way back. Like, they didn't put, like, an invisible hook or any shit like that. Alright, I'm just gonna... Gotta find our way back there. To be fair, that's how it is in the, you know, SNES game as well, but at least during that part you're being chased by a giant bee, so it's very exciting when you are Ramby. Instead of just like, I am Ramby now. My car is named Ramby, did y'all know that? It's a Honda Fit. It's a big booty car, you know. My car has the Sussy Among Us body shape. I think I was here before, and I think that I just believed I was at the beginning of the level because the beginning of the level is very similar. I mean, my car has a ample booty for storing things in, you know, it's got a lot of trunk space. Okay, so I have to remember where that one section was. It's after I got de-rambified. Here's the bonus. What's down here anyway? Nothing. Alright, so it's like right past here. If I just replay this part of the level again and again, it's a good way to farm lives, I guess. Okay, so I'm just like gonna hug the wall here and just go. Oh, yep, I was so correct. I'm a genius. Oh my god, let's go save, please. Alright, I've made like a decent amount of progress now. Yeah, my car's got the Pixar ass. Pixar mom butt. Alright. Yeah, we'll figure out how to deal with Bramble Blast later. I want to move on to, like, some new levels, so... Time to deal with this guy. Oh, I legit forgot about it. Everything is crocodile cacophony in this. All the bosses. You gonna stop? Dude, I got him like frame 1 when he stopped blinking. Oh! Goodness, okay. Where is he? What is he doing? Is he pooping out the babies already? He is. Ah! This is so much more awkward. Alright. This is, like, completely tangential. It's not really tangential. I was just thinking about cars. But, I was watching one of my favorite streamers, Used Pizza, the other day. And he was playing a bunch of, like, random-ass, terrible racing games. And there was this, like, Flintstones racing game he was playing. And because it was a Flintstones game, everybody has, like, the cars that they're just, like... You know, like, they're propelling them with their feet, like, sticking out under the car. But for some reason the devs added engine noises anyway. I guess because they thought it wouldn't be, like, a real exciting racing game if you didn't have engine noises. So it's like, everyone was joking about, like, where are the engine noises coming from. Also, the physics in that game were exceptional. And it was really easy to kind of just get, like, pushed on your side and have, like, DP got on his side and had, like, he was playing as Barney, and then Wilma was, like, pushing him along for, like, 30 seconds, and It's very funny because, like, the characters don't stop, like, wiggling their feet around underneath even when they're, like, on... The car is just on its side being pushed. I can't believe I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm playing a Kremling-themed game, and I'm talking about, like, the Flintstones racing. That's what Donkey Kong Land 2 does to you! Jesus Christ! This bee! He's, like, going backwards! He's so fast! Holy moly! This is what fighting regular Kingsing in DKC 2 feels like to people who aren't good. Oh! Fuck my life, dude. This is... I can't see where this man is. Please, that's not the end! He's just randomly going around the screen, leaving his babies. Oh, he's so goddamn fast! How does the Game Boy handle this? Look, man, this is like blast processing! He's faster than Sonic the goddamn Hedgehog! I don't think real bees go this fast, or hornets or whatever. I don't think they can fly this fast. This is... Maybe all the haters during the era, like after the buyout, when they were like, I don't want to see Kremlings ever again. Rare was bad, actually. Maybe this was like the only Donkey Kong Country game, or it's not a Donkey Kong Country game, the only Donkey Kong game they played. And I guess I could understand the perspective if that was the case. And they especially are like, I don't want to see zingers ever again. You could put like a very similar enemy in Returns or Tropical Freeze or whatever that essentially serves the same purpose but is not a zinger. It's because they played this. And they didn't want to see them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay. Hanging on to my health. So it's not like as obvious, but I mean you can only hit him from the back, which is how it functions obviously in this NES game, but it's easier to tell there because he's got his stinger that's like flashing, but here you just gotta kind of like guess. You can't hit him from the front for some reason, you can only hit him from the back. I'm just gonna... Did I hit him? No. He's... Look at this! This is insane. He does not go this fast, and this NES game, like, he just comes from off screen and the fucking stabs Squawks in the heart with his stinger. I am glad that, you know, at least we messed around for a bit and we didn't start the game off today with doing this. I think I would have just lost it if this was the first thing I had to do. Kingsing is also capable of giving birth to fully grown zingers. Much... He's kind of like what we were talking about with Kangaskhan the other day, you know, just born with a baby, but not quite the same situation. Just equally as weird, I guess. You know, honestly, Crocodile Cacophony should be playing this fight. I bet this is harder than the final boss. Ain't no way the Kaptain himself is harder than this. I can dodge cannonballs all day easier than I can dodge this guy coming from 200 miles an hour off screen. Like, I got him, let's go! I gotta go save, like, right now! That was my last life, wasn't it? Jesus Christ, okay. I don't know if I have enough coins. I do! Alright. Yeesh! Okay. Whew! At least that's free. Okay. Good old Gloomy Gulch. The G's kind of look like C's. Chosely Crove. Chosely? It's like costly. Chosely. As someone who is good at the Kingsing fight in DKC2, that battle was awful. Like, I got it eventually by just flying around and blindly chucking eggs. You know, it makes sense that they would have this song here because Forest Interlude would be pretty hard to convert. Especially since it relies so much on, like, bird noises and, well, just, you know, noises, I should say. Like, sound effects, but this is the swamp music, but it actually took me a second to, like, comprehend what song this was, because, like, the 8-bit versions throw me off just enough, but I'm just glad it's not Lockjaw's Saga. I will take anything besides Lockjaw's Saga. They could put fucking the most unfitting music of all time in this level, but as long as it's not that song, I'll deal with it. I'm still completely mind blown that Snaky Shanty has been in this game, but only once, and not in Rattle Battle. It's in the first level and never again. Honestly, hearing video game songs in, like, different sound fonts really throws me off, too. Like, if it's the same melody, but it's in a different sound font, I have, like, a hard time placing it sometimes. I have to think about it for a second. Even if it's only in, like, obviously not even as different as this is, but just a slightly different. Like, I'll be playing DK64 randomizer and I'll get, like, a song that someone made, and I'm like, I know this song. I've played the game the song's from, but it takes me, you know, if it wasn't on the bottom of the screen, it takes me a few minutes to, like, remember what it's from. I do like that they brought in the creepy trees. The creepy trees actually transition pretty well to this, you know, these graphics. Creepy Crove. Alright. I have to take a break in a few minutes. There's some stuff over here. What the? What happened there? Yeah, I don't know why he's not been playing the alert. But also, what happened there? Did you see that? Like, first of all, I grabbed the hook, and for some reason, I, like, immediately, like, got flung upwards. I don't know why, but, like, I jumped so high off of that hook, and then came down, and even though I know there was ground below me, I died, and, like, I really just don't even comprehend, like, any of that, frankly. Alright, well, starting over from the beginning. I think this game is a lot better with the whole, like, you know, if you fall from too far, even though there is ground below you, like, you know, You would die like every time in the first game, and here I feel like that doesn't happen, but occasionally it does, I guess. Alright, Victor needs my help with something real fast, and also because after what just happened, I'm ready to take my break a little early anyway, so I will be back in, like, a few minutes, like 5 minutes, I don't know. You know what, we got a game over, perfect time for a break. I'll give you some different music so you don't have to listen to this the whole time, but yeah. Okay, see you in a few minutes. That wasn't actually Victor, that was just something being posted on my Discord, which I get, like, notifications for every single thing. But, streamer mode, hold on. It's because I have Discord open in, my browser, that's why. Because normally you can't hear it when it's, just open on the app. That's why you can hear it. I had it open in my browser earlier because Discord was having issues, and I was like, maybe if I open it in my browser it'll work instead of just on the app. That was not true. It did not help. Alright, back to this. Thank you, T Major, for the 5 stream streak, and thank you, Jay, for the 44 months. Lots of satisfying numbers all around. Yeah, I was thinking that, like, you know, a lot of people were commenting on how, like, Nintendo's always, oh, we don't want to make a new game in whatever series until we have, like, some kind of fresh new idea for it. You know, we don't want to make a new F-Zero until we have, like, a innovative new idea, but then they just make Star Fox 64 like 800 times. But I was thinking maybe this like Star Fox VTuber technology was their like innovation that they used to sell it to the higher ups at Nintendo. Like, you know, it's not just Star Fox 64 again, it's Star Fox 64, but you can be Fox when you use game chat and our Prana Plant camera accessory to become Fox McCloud himself. It really was the best part of the presentation. Alright. Oh, I still have the music thing up, don't I? This time I'm actually catching it before it's too late. And I have it up for like an hour. Let's see, wait a second. Okay. Miyamoto's like, please, we have the technology. My fantasy is to finally become Fox. What do you think Miyamoto's, like, persona is? Like, maybe he just would be a fox. That's why he invented Fox McCloud. I feel like there's probably some Miyamoto interview where he says something like that. There's been so many of those over the years. He probably has one where he's just like, if I was an animal, I would be this. And I would be a crocodile, obviously, so I'm not, like, judging Miyamoto as if, you know, I don't have an answer to this question. Except mine is not a fursona. I'm a scaly, actually, so. If I had to be a furry animal, I don't know. I don't know what it would be. Okay, this is the part where it happened earlier, but I'm gonna try to not let it happen again. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing over there, I guess, besides the O. Rodney the hare from DK64? No. Disgusting. Hey Tamad, how's it going? If I was going to be any mammal from DK64, I would just be like a naughty, I think. I would be a naughty who won't go in the hole. Yeah, Rodney's face is just, it's unpleasant, you know? I don't... He's got this expression where he just... You can tell he's mocking you know? He's not disgusting because, you know, he's not like innately disgusting. It's just the expression he wears, you know? It's all about what he expresses, not who he is. Naughties are good. I like beavers. I know I've said this a lot on my stream, but beavers have really become one of my favorite animals over the past few years. I don't know. I always liked beavers, but I never really thought that much about them, you know? But if you look at, like, videos of them in real life, they actually are extremely cute and very unique animals. Well, Tomat... I wish I liked this game as much as you do. Maybe you can tell me where some of these bonuses are. Whoop. I like that they put like 2 arrow signs right next to each other to really emphasize it. You missed the first one. Don't worry, there's one right next to it. You know, Andre, I just didn't see whatever you said, but would I be a raccoon? So I'd be eligible for... Well, I don't know if by eligible for Sly you mean, like, so that he would date me or something, but, like, he's in love with the fox, so you don't have to be a raccoon. He is not attracted, like, exclusively to his own species. I could never compete with Carmelita anyway, let's be real. Ah, fuck. Everybody needs to play Sly Cooper. Including Victor needing to play Sly 3 eventually. He'll get there. He was gonna start a Gregory Horror Show yesterday night, but he had a secret meeting that ended up lasting like 2.5 hours or something, so he didn't have time. It looks like I can go down there, because, like, it looks, you know, there's like a shrub down there, you see it? But I think that's just the death pit. I'm pretty sure I've died in that exact hole already, so I'm not gonna try it, you know? Now, there's definitely something... Okay, but there was something down there where that zinger was, like, for sure. I actually know about Kaya Dark Lineage because of Nitro Rad. One of the few gaming YouTubers I actually watch. So when Victor was like, what the hell is that? I was like, I know what that is. Oh, fuck! Hi, Dreamer. It has. Partially because I've been recovering from surgery, partially just because I didn't want to play this game, but here we are. I would have finished this game in like 1 sitting, or like 2 at most, if I wasn't doing the whole bonuses thing, but, you know, I brought that on myself, so... I really am not blaming the game for that too much. Although... I will say, That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, I usually don't try to hold, like, 100%ing a game against it. Like, you know, if I'm gonna judge a game, I'm just gonna judge, like, how fun it is to play through, and it's not really, like, hold the 100%ing requirements against the game. But if the game has, like, a true ending or something locked behind that, then I think it's fair to judge it on those merits. And, like, I feel like if you want to get the full experience of Donkey Kong Country 2, you really do... You really do need to 100% it. 102% it, rather. Because you don't really get the full experience of the game until you do. Now I have to go backwards. Wait, I can be Dixie. This can be so much easier. Now, I'm not sure how true that is for this game, though. I'm not sure how much, like, full completing this game is actually going to add. The thing disappears, like, right off the bat when you come in, which is pretty rude. I just saw Caillou Dark Lineage. Yeah, I know he stopped putting out as many videos, partially just because of doing other stuff, partially just because, you know, I think it's, you know, the thing that happens to a lot of YouTubers where, through no fault of their own whatsoever, but just because YouTube algorithm stuff and whatnot, they just kind of, like, plateau, and it becomes less and less worth the amount of effort they put into things, and it becomes a little discouraging. Oh, baby, the coin! Let's go! Well, you know what? I don't have to play Returns for the Chronology because it doesn't have Kremlings in it, so I will not feel pressured to do that whatsoever. And will I do it at some point in my life just because I want to? I don't know. Also, why is this what the fuck is Crazy Coaster? Crazy Coaster? I don't even know her. I don't... there is no... Crazy Coaster isn't real. What is this? Yeah, and Hyle has never actually completed Donkey Kong Land 2 because no one has, so he's never actually seen that text. There is the rock in Bonanza, in like that Bonanza key art. Or no, you're talking about in Returns, I guess. Well, I'm not counting that, but there also was one in some Bonanza key art that people thought looked like K. Rool, and honestly, knowing what we know now, I like at least 30% believe that that was on purpose, that it actually was supposed to be K. Rool. But I don't really believe that, but kind of. Dude, what if they did... I mean, they added Dixie to it, like, a year after they released the remaster, so, like, if they did do that, it would be so rude, because I would have to play the whole game again. Alright. Well, this is Crazy Coaster, alright. My boy... why do I call him Cutlass? My boy... Cackle. I just said Clackle. I don't know what's wrong with me. Clackle is not in this game, I guess. Was he in the instruction book? Did they mislead me by putting Cackle in the instructions, even if he's not in this game? Also, I'm totes gonna die here before I'm able to save. This thing goes real fast. This is, like, faster than Rickety Race. Yes, I know there was, like, a bonus right there at the beginning that I missed, but whatever. We can come back for it. I would just like to get to the ability to save before I worry about going back and getting all the bonuses and things. This song goes a little hard. Ong! Alright, dude. Easy. We'll come back for everything else. they added an update that lets you play as Rool for returns, it would instantly go up in my Donkey Kong Country ratings. Okay, so here's my Donkey Kong Country ratings. DKC2, obviously my first favorite game of all time. And then I put Donkey Kong Country underneath that. I know, you know, it was the first game. It has some issues, especially with, like, bonus placement. It's very basic. People will say, compared to what came after, it's not that good. But it's very special to me. So, it's the game that started it all off. And, it's always gonna be, like, super special to me. And then after that, it is, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And then it's DKC3, and then it's Returns at the bottom. They're all great games, but I put Returns at the bottom. When I was replaying Returns, I said, you know what, this game is, like, honestly a lot better than I, you know, have given it credit for over the years. So I was like, maybe I'll put it above DKC3, actually. But then some of the levels near the end kind of, like, soured me on it a little bit, so I put it back at the bottom. Alright. But yeah, the DKC series has no misses, in my opinion. They're all good games, and saying that Returns is my least favorite of them is no slight against it. It's still a great game. That's true, I did, well, to be fair, though, there's bonus levels and stuff that, you know, so there's levels I had never played before, and I think it's fair to judge those. I'm glad that, because I had never played the crazy, like, fruit level before with the koalas, so I'm glad I finally got to experience that. As annoying as that level was, I think that level was the overall net positive for the game, just because it was, like, so crazy. Maybe, they'll revisit the Divide when they're, you know... By the way, Radley, happy to see him again. The Bonanza episodes last year were so much fun, and I miss those, like, level-by-level analyses, so... Maybe when they start getting the, like, itch to revisit those glory days, they'll go back and they'll do the Divide episode. Well, that was... I'm gonna die and lose all my progress. I'm gonna be so upset. Maybe I don't want to be Radley. I feel like, much like the original Gusty Glade, Radley is just kind of a liability when I could be using Dixie. I really gotta, like, try to get a life here somehow. Oh, Lord. That was... Okay, you gotta commit in this level. Oh, no, they recreated this part. Except instead of, like, little weird land pillars, it's even weirder little land pillars that are just, like, tiny little chunks of land here. This is... Also, there's, like, 50 of them instead of... God, this part goes on, like, uncomfortably long. Go. Well, do I want to fall down there? Okay. I was about to be fucking pissed. That's... If that banana line was bait, I would have just turned the game off for the night. I mean, to be fair, when we got to the switcheroo section of the core, Hyle was so delighted by the switcheroo that he didn't even notice there was a claptrap there. So I guess that's pretty... Can I stand on top of this or not? I don't think you can. I'm getting, like, the talon trot slope problem. I'm still real close to dying here. In the game and in real life. I just gotta try to make it to the end and not worry about bonuses and stuff. I think I'm just gonna go. Just going as far as I can here. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, no, it's over, dude. It's over. All right, well, time to redo a bunch of stuff, but at least I know what we're in for now. I know what to expect. Every good relationship is like switcheroo goo. You give some and you get some, you know? I don't remember where the bonuses in this levels were. Did I know the DK coin was at the very end. And one of them is like down by a zinger. I don't remember if there was another one though. If there is one, I think it's not for a while yet, because it's not like where the O was or whatever that letter was. It was baiting me. No. Clobbers just aren't the same when they don't, like, yell at you when they pop out, you know? They're probably much better at their job of catching you off guard, actually, when they're quiet, because then you don't even, like, see them coming. But they don't paralyze you with fear. Okay. I want to get that, because I do want to try to get the extra life off the letters if I can, but I'm, like, wary of dying by falling down there again, so I gotta be careful about it. Yeah, that's what switcheroo goo is made from. They squeeze it out of formerly pink cats. I like switcheroo goo. It's a good mechanic. It's very fun in Bonanza, especially. Well, I mean, Returns had a similar mechanic, right? Or was it just... Was it... I forget if Returns had a... It had something, right? Like, people say it's a Returns reference, so... But I don't really remember it in Returns, even though I just played that game last year. But I remember, because Bonanza wiped everything else out of my brain. Final Fantasy VII is a very good game. You know, that was the only Final Fantasy game I had played ever for a long time. And this year, I'm finally playing through, like, all of the original 6 games in the Pixel Remaster series, so... I played... I'm not playing them in order, really. I played, 4 first, and then I played 1, and now I'm playing 3. And I'll probably play 2 eventually. I skipped past 2, because Victor... We've been playing them together, and, Victor says that 2 is apparently, like, people don't like it, so we skipped that one, but I'll probably go back to it. If not with him, then I'll just play it on my own, just out of curiosity. Yeah, I feel like I can only do, like, one big RPG a year, but if it's, like, an old school, like, classic RPG, those are much more digestible, but if it's, like, a modern, like, you know, 70-hour plus RPG, with, like, really intricate, like, gameplay systems and stuff, I feel like I can only do, like, one of those per year, at most. Did I skip where the bonus was? Maybe I did. No, it's down here. Okay. It's like so hard to grab this thing. I am. I'm very excited for Radley. Very, very excited for my boy Radley, and so anyway, I'm not that far into Final Fantasy III, but I like it so far. It's very interesting because so far it's very based on, like, using the little, like, quirky mechanics to solve puzzles or, like, access parts of the world. Like, it's literally DK64, because there's, like, part where you have to make everybody tiny so you can go into tiny places. Like, this happens more than once. This game has Mini Monkey in it. It's like, oh, we can't do this until everyone in the party is small, so we have to all make ourselves small and then we can go into this hole. Or go into, like, the gnome village. And then there's a part where everyone has to turn into frogs. And then who knows what the rest of the game has in store. Don't land on that, holy fuck. Alright. Yeah, Tiny can only make herself small, but really I think that's Cranky's fault, because he's the one with the potion, so if he... You know, he just took the easy route. Because he gave the Tiny potion to the person who was already, like, the smallest. If he wanted to, you know, really challenge himself, he should try to make a potion that makes, like, Chunky small, you know? Yo, are there just 2 coins here? This is actually the greatest level of all time. Holy moly, I know where I'm farming coins to get out of here. Okay, let's see if I'll eventually be... Okay, hold on, because the jump you gotta do to make over that... to get over that zinger, like, how am I supposed to get up to that other part? If I'm already jumping to get over the zinger, I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, jump fast enough. Did he just, like... Okay. The way he just, like, fell backwards. I feel like that's gonna get me every time. We'll figure out how to handle that bonus jump later when I can just exit out of the level as many times as I need. Also, what is that flitter doing down there? Like, am I supposed to jump off of that somehow? I don't... Whoa! Okay, we're halfway there. I don't know. I feel like those are just bait. I don't... Maybe they're to save you if you do an awkward jump so you can get back onto the... Yeah, like that. If I am close to game overing here, I think I'm just gonna go back into Ghostly Gulch or Chostly Chulch and try to farm some lives. Hi. I do. You know what? Good for Buzzbomb. Why did I jump so early there? What was I doing? I gotta say, Buzzbomb is a good little dragonfly design, so... Dude, that jump was sick. I just, like, barely cleared the zinger, and then I was, like, going down the slope, but, like, above it instead of riding it. Alright, back to Crusty Clade. Crusty Clade. I am not becoming Radley. I hope that you don't need Radley to get a bonus or anything. You know, as much as I'm excited to see him in Bonanza, I'm not excited to see him in this particular level. Dude, I'm rich with coins right now, though. I am gonna be able to save so hard. Do you really need 2 arrow signs on, like, consecutive platforms? It's like, I get it. There's one on, like, every other platform here. Okay. Why? How did I go sideways? How did I go sideways? Yeah, they get stranded on those platforms, and they're like, I forget what direction I was going. Can you guys believe I'm just turning into a full-time Donkey Kong Land 2 streamer? Like, this is gonna be all I do for the rest of the time, it feels like. At least this bonus is kind of a freebie here. I just need to play as if I was on my last life always. There's a coin down here. But, bruh. How am I supposed to, like, get back up? This wind is really fighting me. Oh no. I'm just gonna put that down. But is that gonna be there in a second? No, that's okay. Where's the cannon at? There it is. Okay, this one can't get up. It turned at just the right moment. It turned. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back because of wind. Actually, though. Oh no! Nope, mistakes were not made. That worked out somehow. Yeah, I gotta protect Cannon's balls. Okay, wait for this guy to turn around. Oh god. I see, I got the shifty wind now. I'm just gonna slowly go down. Goodbye. Goodbye, friends. I don't think I could ever possibly get so drunk that I would confuse this game with Donkey Kong Country 2. That would be some serious beer goggles. Okay, I'm going to ignore Cannon's balls this time. Don't need them. I think this is the first time in this level that the wind has actually done the shifty thing. So I didn't expect it. I didn't think wind shifting technology could actually be implemented in this game. But I guess it can, which makes me a little nervous for animal antics. Yo, Cannon and his balls! There he is! Speaking of the nipples, I haven't seen him all day. Am I following his balls anywhere? Or I'm just... Probably not this time. Oh my god, there he goes. There's the nips. Where's the coin? I don't think I found it yet. I'm getting a little worried. Oh! Okay. I think that's everything. I'm just going. Goodbye. God, this level is so long! That felt like the end of the level. Okay, this is the end of the level. Ah! Oh, thank God, it's Wrinkly. I've never been so happy to see your beautiful face, Wrinkly Kong. Thank you, Kevin. Alright. In Pocopia, I was thinking of making, like, one of these, like, conical zinger hive things for Vespiquen to live in. But I don't think... You'd have to make it, like, super big to have, like, the cone shape look good with, like, the block... You know, the blocky nature of the world. You'd have to make it, like, really huge. Otherwise, it would just look like some kind of weird ziggurat thing. So, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. It really is. I've been dreading that the whole time, Diver. Parrots shoots... I swear the C's just look exactly like the G's, to the extent that I read it this time as Parrot Goot Panic. See, okay, hold on. Look at the G. Okay, the C just kind of comes out a little, like, on the far side, I guess. A zinggurat, yeah, exactly. And then I thought about making, like, a giant, like, Banjo-Kazooie style beehive instead, but I also thought that would look weird. Squawks time! Oh, right. It's PCP. This is easy so far, man. Now, you can't tell the difference in colors because there is no difference in colors on the Game Boy like this, but so you just think Squawks has a problem all of a sudden. You don't know this is Quawks. You're like, Squawks, what happened? Why can't you fly anymore? You don't even swap off parrots in this one. It's just like a one clean drop. I loves the PCP. I actually think about that like all the time when I think about Parrot Shoot Panic. Alright. Well, did I need to get that guy? Is this him? Okay. I don't even know if that was to destroy them all. I wasn't paying attention. They should have Quawks have like a cannonball like chained to their legs or something so it explains it, you know. Oh baby! The old ball and chain, literally. The old slowing him down trick. Woo! Okay. This is kind of fun, actually. I dare say this is, like, more fun than the... This might be the only level in this game that is an improvement on the SNES version, because not having to worry about, like, the Kongs below you, and I feel like you actually fall a little faster here, too, but maybe that's just because I'm used to, like, consistently slowing myself down in the SNES version, but it's actually kind of fun. I don't know, just doing this with the parrot alone and not worrying about the Kongs makes this more fun, I think. Hey, you know what, Andre? Awesome reference. If no one's told you that yet today, you make awesome references. This is only the N? Okay. I got the O like 10 seconds in the level, and then I got the N. I feel like I've been on the second half of the level for a really long time. Now, if there's more than one bonus in this level, I just have a feeling that finding the other one is gonna be awful. It's just gonna be off to the side somewhere, and I don't know. There's more? Why, the second half of this level feels like 80% of the level is like after you hit the supposed halfway marker barrel. Now that has to be, yeah, that's the end, okay. Alright, well. Oh no, not webwoods. I'm gonna save again because I can afford it. I got so much money. Oh man, not webwoods, dude. No. Alright. It's time to see how this is. Do you love moving your thumb from the D-pad to the select button? Well, I hope you do. Give your thumb a workout, you know, it's really I feel like, I don't know, when you're doing like aerobics or something and you have to just sort of like bounce your legs back and forth, that's what my thumb is doing when I play as Squitter in this game. Like, aerobics for my thumb. You know what? I don't think I will. I don't think I want to see more webwoods, actually. So far, no Squitter. Maybe in a twist, Squitter's not in this level at all. It's just called Webwoods because it's like, you know, there's probably other spider. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Well, here goes. Maybe they're, you know, less of this level will take place over death pits to accommodate for the fact that the controls in this game are like awkward as hell compared to this NES game. Get up there, Squits. You know, in this color scheme, and especially with the fact that you can't tell that Squitter's supposed to have like a weird like stripy swirly pattern, whatever. It just looks like he's got a naked butt. But I saw a spider that looked exactly like this the other day. Not wearing the shoes, but it was like yellow, like this color here. And it had like the big bulbous ass like that. And I was working with my laptop on the couch and like having my coffee in the morning, and it was just like crawling around next to me on the couch. But I was in a meeting, so I didn't like catch it and put it outside. I just like let it crawl all over the place next to me, and I was like trying to keep an eye on it to make sure it didn't crawl on me. It eventually went away. I don't know where it went. It's still up there to this day, you know. It's actually exactly where Victor is now, so don't tell him. Don't tell him there's a spider literally on the couch with him right now. It shot a web into the air and then started platforming around. That's how it got out of there. I'm bonking the ceiling here. I better be careful. I'm gonna go down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, is this level gonna have the cannonball mechanic where I gotta follow cannon's balls? There's this, like, diamond of bananas. Sussy arrow. Oh, thank you, Sussy arrow. You know what? This hasn't been as bad as you might think. I'm kind of getting used to this. Next time I play DKC2, I'm gonna be like trying to press select to make Squitter flatten his webs out. Squitter's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Do I want to go up and across? I'm like astonished at how good I'm getting at this. The webs have not let me down yet. Maybe I should start speedrunning this game. There might have been something at the bottom down there, the route that I didn't take. Scientists should actually invent, like, tiny little tennis shoes that spiders could wear, so that they can live out their dreams of becoming, like, their role model squitter. You know, I forgot... I forgot that the spider had another interesting quirk, which is that, you know, some spiders, they just kind of crawl around, like, you know, with their legs out in front of them like that. But this spider was, like, marching with its front legs. Like, it picked up its front legs, like, super high every time it took a step. But it moved really fast. But it was picking up only its front legs, like, super, super high every single time it moved them. Yeah, it was a funny little spider. Alright, EPO. EPO. Before I do the EP one, perhaps I should try to find some more bonuses in some of these levels that I left off. Mainly just trying to get the ones in here while I still have so many, like, coins and stuff to spare. So I can save my progress if I actually do get one. Oh yeah, this is the level where I get all the coins, that's right. EP. Alright. Time to figure out how the hell I'm even supposed to, like, do this. Okay, jump here. Then the jump there. Alright, dude. Nailed it. Good night, Diver. Thank you. I'm glad you got to see me get that one, because that was pretty good. Oh, dude. I'm fucking it up. I'm short one, dude! That's so humiliating. Now I have to do that all over again, after nailing it once. Eventually I'll learn how to get that jump right there, you know? Okay, so jump. It needs to jump even earlier there. I wish it was as easy to farm for lives as it was to farm for coins here. Okay, but then I don't have... If I jump too early, I hit the zinger, and then I don't have momentum. So I gotta find just the right balance. Okay. I'm honestly... Well, first of all, this is a great excuse to get more coins, but I'm glad this is so early in the level, because... when I fuck up, like, it doesn't take long to get back and try again. I did this perfectly exactly once, So it's gotta be slightly before, like, you cross that, like, wooden platform plank thing that's there. Like, there. Dude, even earlier than that, I guess. This, yeah, I hope you like, these noises. It doesn't even really become a song yet. There we go, okay. Maybe this time I'll get it. Alright, this time just fall down there. That's, no! Dude, no! That path is bait. I'm not even getting the coins anymore. I don't even need those coins. You know what? I am farming for lives because I'm getting all of these bananas here. Anyway, don't take the lower path. I feel like how far I need to jump, like how early I need to jump there is like changing from attempt to attempt based on like whether I hit the early zinger or not because of the like the changes in my momentum. Why did they have to put like the most atrocious bonus that's so mean like up here? This like the noise in this song, it's like a ice pick into the skull. I feel like I'm practicing a speedrun trick right now or something, just having to do it over and over, except it's just practicing like a basic ass jump to get into a bonus. There we go. Well, I'm going in the dark side this time, I guess. Yo, I got it! Let's go! Alright. Did I get the coin here? I don't think I got anything. Oh, hold on. Nope. Wait! Okay, so the coin must be on that other upper path that we see later on in the level, because that's the only bonus there is. That's really, really nice, actually. Out of habit, I almost tried to go for that jump again, but I don't need to. Okay. They destroyed my boy Cackle for this. First Mr. X was killed, well, killed again for Cackle, and then Cackle was killed. And for what? Crazy coaster? Okay, so it's after that big hump there. Yeah, this is actually Cackle's skull. Where the coin? There it is. Get me out of here. Okay. That wasn't that crazy. 36! Okay, gotta find some bonuses here. It's almost time for another break, but not quite, not quite. There's like 2 routes down here. What if I'm just, oh. What if I just stay as Dixie the whole time though, like seriously? Cause yeah, I didn't go this way at all the first time and I was like, what was even over there? It was just a different Quox. Frick it. I'm staying as Dixie. Yeah, the upper quacks or the alternate quacks is actually just regular squawks. You can just go wherever you want in this level. Oh, no, I don't have Dixie now. What am I gonna do? How do I even get past the zinger, man? What the? You so, like, that's such an awkward placement. Well, speaking of Quack's related opinions, where Heil and I differ, he keeps gassing up the point that on DK Island in Bonanza there's like exactly 2 purple parrots in the flock. But I'm pretty sure you can see more of them if you like in like the particular main flock that you see flying around, there's only 2, but I think that you can see like more parrots and more purple parrots, and there's just more than like exactly 2 on the island, you know? I definitely did this one already. This is the one that I have done. But to be fair, I think there's more than 2 Quackses implied in Donkey Kong Country 2 as well, because you only ever see 2 on screen at the same time at maximum, I guess. But like, I don't know, it's not like they're doing a relay and when one drops you off, they immediately like somehow fly even further down, even faster, and you know, the next one is there, like they're just trading off. It's the same 2 that are just like somehow like beating you down and waiting for you. I think it's like every Quacks that you ride in that game is like an individual. So there's probably like 10 of them or something. Where the heck is this other bonus? Like, it could be anywhere. I'm getting a headache. I'm just gonna have to go through this level again and again until I eventually happen upon the right side of the level where the bonus is hiding. Is it up here? Is there a thing up here? Woo! Okay. Found it. Okay. Oh. Let's go! Okay. Perfect, because that's just in time for our next break, and I really need it, because this game is starting to make me, like, cross-eyed. I'm going to save, and then I guess we look for bonuses in Webwoods. Oh, no. Oh, no. And then it's time for EP Crow. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. I need to, like... I might just, like, sit here and close my eyes. But not really, because I gotta get some more water. Alright, see you soon. I don't know why it likes giving me bug fables today in particular, but fine with me. Alright, looks good to me. You know what? I think it's a testament to my many years of practice as a streamer that I'm able to, like, play this game and talk with people at all, even though I don't, like, read everything in the chat, but playing this game makes me feel, like, kind of insane. I'm literally just, like, saying stuff. I don't know. We're talking about this game, we're talking about Star Fox, we're talking about whatever, but, like, I feel like I don't know what I'm saying, and it's just coming, like, stream of consciousness style out of my mouth, so I hope anything I ever say when I'm playing this makes sense whatsoever. Alright. Yeah, Bug Fables actually starts out like the first major boss is a spider, so... We found the coin here, just not the bonus or all the bonuses. Sometimes a level only has one bonus, sometimes it has two. I wish it was more consistent, so I knew, you know, one way or the other, so I knew what to expect, but... Oh, I forgot there was one of these guys in this level. Ghost ropes, they're back again. I will say, to this game's credit, and I don't think there were these kinds of things in Donkey Kong Land either. It had, like, these, like, places you would land and, like, a rope would come up, but I don't think Donkey Kong Land had, like, you gotta break down the wall style bonuses, you know, rub the barrel against the wall until you find a place where it breaks open. Because those are always some of the more annoying ones. It's, like, fun if you have Rambi in a level and you just get to kind of rampage around until you find walls that you can break, but otherwise, if you just have to, like, use barrels and stuff, sometimes there's, like, an obviously suspicious wall, but sometimes it's just kind of like, oh, you just kind of gotta know it's there, or guess or something. But anyway, maybe it's just because they couldn't figure out wall-breaking technology on the Game Boy, but this and Donkey Kong Land don't really have those, and that would be so much more annoying if they did. I did read the Iliad last year. All of my opinions on the Greeks come from that. Hold on. Yes, just making sure that I got the coin. I don't remember where the coin was in this level, but I got it. It was like there was an arrow pointing down near the end, and you just went down, and it was on a platform, I remember. You know why this game makes me cross-eyed? And I'm not kidding about that, like, it's actually kind of happening. It's something to do with the way the camera, like, jumps around. Like, I sort of compensate for it by, like, moving my eyes around a lot when playing this, and, like, trying to find some kind of neutral space they can rest in. I don't know, it's, like, hard to explain what my eyes are doing, trying to, like, track the visuals of this game. But it seriously kind of makes me feel like I'm going blind. Like, it's not easy on the eyes. So I'm sure one of the bonuses is just gonna be in some, like, random asshole. It's gonna be in some random asshole. Oh. Okay, I should probably keep down lower in case there's something interesting to... Doesn't really look like it. I think, you know, near the very end of the level there was that situation where I chose to go up, and I could have, like, chose to take the lower path, and maybe that's where the bonus is. Yeah, I was, talking earlier that he reminds me of spiders I see around my house, including one I saw the other day, where they just have, like, a very, like, perfectly smooth, bulbous rear. Yeah, I was always, like, looking at the 3D in those games for just, like, a few minutes or whatever to be like, wow, that's cool that it looks like that. And then I would not play the whole game with it on. I just, like, that's neat. And then I don't think there was a single game that had the 3D capabilities that I ever used it for more than just, like, a few minutes at a time. Dude, that guy was right up on me, about to put his peg leg on my cool sneakers. Hello. Had to get a little closer. Woo! There are so many little arrow signs in this. And it reminds me of, like, in Mario Maker, how when you would, like, make levels in a certain archetype, the kind of background elements would just kind of randomly pop up as you were drawing the parts of the level. And so if you wanted to get, like, a certain one in a certain place, you just have to keep, like, drawing it again and again until it randomly spawned what you wanted. Like, you want the, like, pissed off looking snowman Goomba. So I guess the devs just, kept drawing these levels till they got enough randomly generated, arrow signs to their liking. Can we go down here? Okay, so yeah, I'm down low. There was the coin. Look at how many lives I have now. Alright, I think this is the part earlier. Yes, the bonus was right here the whole time. I didn't even have to go far. If I had, like, literally scrolled the screen, like, 2 more pixels, I would have seen it. But I gotta say, replaying this level until I found that wasn't actually that bad. Bro. Just kidding. Alright. Okay, we're trying to do this on a time limit. Oh! I don't even think that was a destroy them all. I think I might have made that too hard on myself. Okay. So we found everything in this world, actually, somehow. Well, it's only because Crazy Kremland was, like, extra long because it had an extra level in there, because they put Bramble Scramble in there. So it seemed unnaturally long. Makes this world seem kind of short by comparison. Not as long as a Crocodile Key, which, you know, was literally 2 entire worlds smooshed together. 66%? 26%, that's 2/3 of the way! Wow! I do think it was really funny that Nintendo made something called the 2DS. This game console is in 2D. Crazy. I actually own a 2DS, by the way. Me and Victor got it mainly for, like, playing, and, Crow is really just chilling there. Also, Crow does not look particularly ghost-like here. You don't even know that we killed him. Anyway, me and Victor got a 2DS, partially for playing, Smash Bros. And partially for playing games together, in bed. There's no way to say that doesn't make it sound like a euphemism, but... Like, we played, Dragon Quest VIII on that thing, you know? Dude, the egg was... I can't get it when it's bouncy. I like how Crow is really just hanging out up there, like, go, my minions! I forget in this game when you defeat the first Crow, how does it end? Like, I don't think he's like writhing on the ground, but is there any implication at all that we killed him? That bouncy ass egg, oh my god! I gotta make that egg stop bouncing sooner, I guess. Oh my god, stop! Egg! This egg is... this egg is so rude. Yeah, well... What's the subtitle of that one is, Journey of the Cursed King, I think. So I don't know what that's a euphemism for either. Dragon Quest V is Hand of the Heavenly Bride, so that one could easily be a euphemism. That is a backpack. And I know it looks like it could just be like a cardboard cutout or something, but it is a backpack. And I have told this story before, but I got that at Toys R Us like 5 years after the game came out. I just randomly happened to go to Toys R Us because I was a functional adult going to Toys R Us. And they had a backpack of Super Paper Mario in the year like 2012. And I was like, well, I'm buying this. I also have 3 copies of the game. And that's the other things that are on the shelf that you probably can't see as well, but I have my original copy, and then I have like a sealed Player's Choice copy, and then I have a Japanese copy. Because you can never have too many copies of Super Paper Mario. I actually did use the backpack, because I was still in college at the time. So I used it a little bit to like take my laptop to class and stuff, but then I decided at some point that I didn't want to like get it dirty or anything, so I stopped using it. This boss is, like, probably not as hard as King Zing was, but I think he's maybe a little more annoying. Actually, for the longest time, that backpack had in it some random CD that, I was, like, hanging out in the student center after class one time, and this, like, random guy was there hanging out, like, hey, I'm a musician, and here's my CD. And so he, like, gave me a CD. and that was just in the backpack for like years. It might actually still be in there. I don't know if I ever took it out. I never listened to it. Just like I never listened to the like Halloween tunes CD. We still have to do that next Halloween. I guess I got him. Okay, now he's dead. There he goes. Now he's dead for real. Boy, I'm going. It's Clubba. What? This is finally my boy. Clubba is here. Okay, but I'm gonna go save first. Finally, nice. Well, you don't say nice when it's 6-7. I'm washed, dude. I'm unk. Anyway, Funky's at the top of the beehive. Funky's the King Zing now, you know. We're gonna go straight to Clubba. Shiver me timbers, where's me loot? Well, Clubba, I got 35 Krim coins. I hope that's, 47. So you have to get all of them and then come back to him. You can't do it piecemeal in this one. You get your access to, the Lost World all at once, or not at all, I guess. Yo, I like that he does spell club with, although, considering his name is Clubba, like, saying taste me club, with a K, that does seem like a euphemism. TBH. I'm gonna run away. Goodbye. Well, alright. We'll come back there. At least I know exactly how many Krim coins are in the game, which I only need 12 more, right? It was 47, I have 35. Okay, that's not bad. It's only 12 more bonuses to find in the whole game. Woo! That's good. Okay. Unky Kong. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Alright. I like the way this looks in this graphics, though, actually. Looks pretty cool. Also, it looks like the 1K Rool head, like, to the left of where Dixie is standing. It's like he's breathing fire or something. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's like ice, and it's just kind of like ice is pouring out, like snow or something. I don't know. It's kind of sick looking, though. Whatever's going on. Alright. Yeah, well, you know, he's really smooth and oiled up, and we're gonna taste this club. It's... Maybe this game is getting good, finally. Also, this music is good, too. Like, this is a good take on this, and it's a nice... I don't think we've heard this song yet, because why would we have? It's a nice, refreshing music. I gotta say, I think the Lockjaw saga, for all we give this game crap about it, it's really front-loaded. Like, we haven't heard it all night. That guy's just... he was just, like, stuck like that. He's just like, hey. Is he dead already? Like, I kind of feel like these fish are maybe... Yeah, this is a really nice take on this song. It's a groove. Oops. Oh. Somehow I've been really doing well with On Guard on this level. There's really nothing of significance down there. Now, was Clapper in this game? I think he was, right? Like, Lava Lagoon actually had him in it instead of some kind of weird substitute, like Glimmer's Galleon just had barrels. Or did it have some kind of weird, like, you just had to hit barrels to cool down the water or something? I feel like he was in it. Oh my gosh, I found the coin. Dude, that fish was straight up dead. That was just, like, floating upwards. I don't know, man. You'd think I would remember, considering how long I've spent with some of these levels on this game, including having to literally replay some of them twice because my data got erased, but I straight up don't remember at this point. It's been too long. Part of the great thing about, you know, preserving all of this and saving all these VODs and actually putting them on YouTube and stuff is that I can review things for myself. Now, the Donkey Kong Land VODs, the Donkey Kong Land 2 VODs, I should say, are not actually up yet, but they will be soon. I just need to, I gotta make some thumbnails for them and stuff, but, it's good, because I can review them for my own sake and my own research someday, because my memory can be kind of bad, even of, things that I have experienced firsthand, you know? See, it really, it says something. I don't know what it says, but it says something that neither of us could actually remember if Clapper was in the game or not, and we were equally willing to believe that he was or wasn't. The older I get, the worse my memory gets. But also, the less shame I have about, you know, like, writing stuff down and, like, just referencing that stuff later, or, like, recording things in other means. You know, if I want to remember how I felt about, like, a game or a book or something, I can just, like, write a little review of it, or even just a personal, like, kind of journal entry or something. Or if I need to remember facts or something, just, like, take notes instead of expecting myself to memorize stuff. And more important than keeping things in your brain is keeping your thoughts in a place where, like, you know you can find them later, no matter how much time has passed, you know? I don't know, these, like, perfectly still puffed ups that just kind of float around. They're cracking me up. G. There's the B. Oh, he zoomed out of there. Stop it. Get some help. Yeah, it's bothering me too. Is this just a K? For the Kremling Kronology? Oh, there's a D over here. Never mind. Yeah, the bananas and corners keep making me think you should be able to use on guards, charge, and, like, break the wall open, but again, there's no wall breaking technology in this game. Probably for the best, but they just love putting bananas in corners in this level in particular. Like that one, but I feel like I gotta get it every time, because what if there's some extra little secret down there? Yeah, I have, like, a really good memory for all the stuff that was important to me when I was a kid, you know, like, I'm never gonna forget the names of the, you know, Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon, or, like, the name of every Kremling ever, except for, frickin' Kraka, because I didn't know he existed. But, you know, important stuff that I'm trying to learn these days, it just won't stick the same, you know? Yeah, it's, the Donkey Kong Land games are impressive, for sure. But I much prefer when they did something more creative like Donkey Kong Land 1 instead of just kind of making like a Donkey Kong Country 2 but worse. But, you know, I mean, it takes a lot of design efforts to make something as original as the first Donkey Kong Land was. And, you know, some of those design decisions were cool and good, and some of them were the cloud level where the platform that you have to change direction, so... Okay, you know what? I don't want to look for the bonus in this one right now. We found one bonus, but there's another one. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I feel like doing something else, like, oh my gosh, Wrinkly's here already? Of course she is. That's how it is, but it's nice. Let's go to Windy Well. Yeah, like, I will say for sure, and I've been saying this the whole time, but it does feel surprisingly, like, control-wise, it feels very close to Donkey Kong Country 2. Whereas Donkey Kong Land 2 was, I mean, Donkey Kong Land, sorry, it's very hard to play this game and talk at the same time. The original Donkey Kong Land, like, superficially felt like DKC, but, like, the subtleties of, like, the physics and stuff were different in a way that's kind of, like, hard to explain. Also, bouncing on tires in that game was something else. Like, they somehow made that, like, it was a little janky in the original on the SNES version, but in Donkey Kong Land they somehow made it like completely unreliable. Yeah, okay, you know what? It's cool, awesome. I just kind of went over there because there was a lot of empty space and it actually paid off for once. Oh lord, this sucks though. Oh no. Okay. These levels have the lava music, and the forest levels have the swamp music, and the ship deck levels, a lot of them have Lockjaw's Saga. And the first level has Snaky Shanty, and Rattle Battle does not have Snaky Shanty. Alright. You know, for the Rattly Emerald Rush event, what if instead of listening to the actual music of Bonanza, we just play Snaky Shanty on loop the entire time I'm doing it? I mean, that would encourage me to try to beat it on the first try, because, you know, as much as I love that song, I'm not sure I want to listen to it that much. Oh. It's kind of hard to make those jumps up there and actually land on them. Donkey Kong Land has little baby K. Rool, and he's very cute. And I love that game a lot. Like, for all of Donkey Kong Land's, like, you know, annoyances, I appreciate the game for having some interesting stuff in it, and, you know, different environments, and some, like, weird-ass fourth wall breaking story that everybody loves. A novelization that's bonkers as well, even though the story is inferior to the actual story where, you know, Cranky just calls up K. Rool on the phone. But it's still good. I wonder what K. Rool's phone number is. Do you think he has, like, one of those special phone numbers that, like, all the companies had in the 90s where it was, like, 1-800, and then it, like, spells a word? Like, it would have to be, what, like, 7 letters? 1-800-Kaptain. That's 7 letters. You just spell out Kaptain with the numbers. 1-800 something 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 Rool. Wow! Alright. Alright, Nips. Got him. Dude, that was like right as he was shooting the ball too. I like perfectly dodged the ball with my cartwheel. You don't think he'd make people call collect him? He could make money off of that. He absolutely would. Well, he wouldn't make Cranky call collect though. He would give Cranky his private number, of course. His direct line. Does anyone remember Miss Cleo, like the psychic who was had commercials on all the time? 100 Crockpot. It's a great call. That's funny, Dustin. Commercials I remember from when I was a kid are Miss Cleo and like all of the ones trying to get kids to convince their parents to buy them magazine subscriptions. Whether it was Nickelodeon magazine or like Zoo Books. Did Cartoon Network have a magazine? I know Nickelodeon did for sure, but I feel like Cartoon Network, they were leaving money on the table if they didn't have a magazine. Victor's coming downstairs. Oh yeah, so like, I was interested in other languages since I was a little kid, and that's why I ended up majoring in a linguistics, which has been totally useless as a degree, but, you know, just having a college degree from the college I went to has been good for getting my foot in the door places. But anyway, I was always jealous of, like, the Muzzy kids, because I thought, like, oh, you watch these videos and these kids are gonna grow up being able to speak Spanish or French or German or whatever. And now that I'm an adult, I realize that any, like, program that teaches you a language, it's really not that simple, right? It's not like you just watch something and you're just gonna magically pick it up. Like, you gotta put in a lot of work, so, you know. There's no, like, easy way to learn a language besides just having grown up with it. Dungeon Danger. Now wait a second. That's another new one. This is replacing Castle Crush, I guess, which, you know, I'm not really gonna complain about. Well, I have had Pauline speaking German for months, and I actually have learned some new words from that. Like, when I read stuff in German elsewhere, there's words I've recognized because Pauline's, like, yelling them all the time. Like, Fähigkeit, which means skill. Dungeon Dancer. Well, we actually have this music, too. I thought that Crook's March was going to be replaced with Lockjaw's Saga as well. There's really, you know, it really is front-loaded in this game. It's, once you get past, like, the first, like, 2 or 3 worlds, really just the first 2 worlds, although the second world is Donkey Kong Country 2's second and third world put together. But once you get past that, it's really not so bad. This is a nice take, man. You know, this Donkey Kong Land 2, it's one of those games where it's like, it gets good past the first 3 hours, trust me. The music's really stepped it up. You know what? I've had fun on some of these levels tonight. There's a life. Okay. This young Grant Kirkhope whippersnapper. He's got potential. You know, it wasn't his fault. I'm sure it wasn't his fault that whoever made the executive decision to put in Lockjaw Saga into, like, 90% of the early levels of this game, you know? I'm sure he wasn't calling the shots on, like, what levels the music actually got placed in, so that's not his fault. So yeah, I guess there's no crushing in this castle. It is simply danger or dancer, perhaps. Now where's the cannon that goes with this ball? Not down here. Castle Crush was ruined for me after speedrunning because if you mess up that wrong warp glitch too badly, it'll just like delete your entire all of the data on your cartridge. Okay, all right, Klinger. Hold on, I want to see these inanimate torches because I haven't noticed any. Okay, now how do I actually get out of here? Up here. I think it's the same glitch. It's the one where you use the, like, Ramby barrel. It can do all kinds of messed up stuff. It's definitely scary, and I put off learning it for a long time. Where are these inanimate torches? I don't see what you're talking about. So I'm wondering if this world is gonna have chain link chamber in it, because this level is basically chain link chamber, except, you know. So I feel like that's just gonna be more of the same. It's also, like, annoyingly claustrophobic. I don't know, just navigating in here in all these, like, narrow spaces under and around all of these, like, blocks of stone. It's just kind of annoying. Is that what you mean by one of the torches? Because that's like a chain, I think. Although it's kind of hard to tell, but no. All right. They must be somewhere else, and I just missed them. How do I get further up than this? I guess I have to go somewhere else. Okay, 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 okay. You know, I feel that way about, like, a lot of the levels in this game. It's very, very easy to get lost in these. Especially because they kind of, like, loop back around on themselves a lot of the time, and then it's easy to get mixed up and forget which direction you came from and which direction you haven't been yet. Okay, like up here? No, this is where the ball is. Maybe the only way out is to do the bonus. Can I just, like, jump up there? Oh, God! I know I keep falling down the same areas, but... There we go. Okay. I don't think I can play for too much longer just because, you know, I've said it before, but I can only play this game for like 3 hours at a time because it starts just kind of overwhelming me. And the point where this game makes me cross-eyed and gives me a headache just starts to like compile. And by the time I've been playing for like 3 hours, it's like I can't take it anymore. I might like already be at that point now. Because, God, this level is getting difficult. Even though I know it shouldn't be that hard, but it feels hard. Let's see, what percentage are we at? 72%. We started today at 52, right? So we made a whole 20%. Wow. But I don't think I can go anymore today, honestly. Like, I think I just suddenly hit my limit, and, you know, I could force myself to play some more, but instead, I'll just play some more tomorrow, I think. I can't 100% guarantee that, but I think I'll be able to play some more tomorrow night. And then maybe Victor will play some Pokemon and I'll be able to raid into him. But yeah, I feel like my eyes, like I can't focus on anything anymore. I don't know, like trying to look at this game for too long and following the camera has I'm starting to like see into a different dimension and not in a good way. But yeah, I gotta get up like decently early tomorrow, so I should probably stop here. Yeah, it gives you gives you something. It has been fun. You know, I'm super glad to get back to this, even if it's this game. But I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for, you know, I think it's gonna take 2 more streams. I doubt we beat this on the next stream. Now, I don't think the Lost World, I imagine it's going to be the same as it is on the SNES version, where there aren't bonuses in there, but there's still, you know, coins to find, but, or the bonuses in there have coins instead of, DK coins instead of Crim coins, but, I don't think I did the Lost World when I played this originally, because unless there's some cheat similar to how there is in Donkey Kong Country 2 where you can just get all the Crim coins, I am like pretty sure I did not get all the Crim coins when I first played this game. So I don't think I've played, you know, the true ending, the Lost World or whatever, so I hope those levels aren't too hard. I feel like level difficulty isn't really the problem I've been having with this game. It's just been like trying to find everything, and I die a lot while like looking for bonuses and stuff. So hopefully the Lost World levels aren't too crazy difficult or anything, but we'll see. I still think it's gonna take like 2 more streams just based on like my stamina for this game, you know? I could try to do an ultra long stream and like just push through to the end, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to just because my eyes are gonna give out, so I'm estimating 2 more streams before we beat this. Replaying DK64 and going like level by level, you know, 1 level per stream isn't gonna take this long. No, it will. It'll take longer, but it'll be more fun too. Yeah, I'm out for today. Thank you for hanging. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. If not, Monday. So before, I'm going on my trip on, not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, the 19th is when I leave. So I would like to beat this game and completely finish up Chapter 2 by that time, so I think I have like 1 more stream that I want to do after I beat this game, which will be just kind of like summarizing stuff and looking at some Nintendo Powers coverage for Donkey Kong Land 2. And then I'll go on a trip, then I'll come back, then we'll get into the Donkey Kong Country 3 chapter, which is going to be a lot of fun. Because there's also a lot of dialogue and text in that game that I haven't read for many, many years. But for now, I'm gonna go rest my eyes by playing some more video games, by playing some Pokopia, which is a lot easier on the eyes, I think. Alright. Good night, everybody. I'm just gonna send you all to rest your own eyes right now. So, I'll see you around.